Imagine a remote German farm in March 1922. A family of 6, brutally murdered with an axe. Investigators find footprints in the snow leading to the farmhouse, but mysteriously, none leading away. 4 days before the attack, the family heard voices and footsteps coming from their own attic. This isn't just a crime scene. It has the birth of a ghost story that has taken the internet by storm over a century later. Was the Hinterkaifeck killer human, or something else entirely? This is the bloodiest, most chilling mystery you've probably never heard of. Don't look away. Hinterkaifeck was a small, isolated farmstead in Bavaria, Germany, about 70 kilometers north of Munich. It was home to the Gruber family, 63-year-old Andreas, his 72-year-old wife Cäzilia, their widowed daughter Viktoria, who was 35, and her 2 young children, 7-year-old Cäzilia and 2-year-old Josef. The final resident was their maid, 44-year-old Maria Baumgartner, who tragically arrived on the very day of the murders. The Grubers were known for being private people. They were wealthy, but not particularly popular, and whispers of dark family secrets circulated, including a disturbing rumor of an incestuous relationship between Andreas and his daughter Viktoria. In the days leading up to the massacre, Andreas Gruber reported a series of eerie and unsettling events. He found a single set of footprints in the fresh snow, leading from the nearby woods directly to the farm, but with no return tracks. He complained of hearing footsteps in the attic, but found no one when he went to investigate. A house key went missing, and a newspaper none of them subscribed to appeared on the property. The family tried to dismiss these strange occurrences, but a sinister shadow was undeniably closing in around them. Then, on the night of March 31st, 1922, unimaginable horror descended upon Hinterkaifeck. The slaughter began in the barn. It's believed that Viktoria, her father Andreas, her mother Cäzilia, and her daughter, little Cäzilia, were lured out there one by one, perhaps by a staged noise from the stables. There, they were bludgeoned to death with a Mattock, a heavy, pickaxe-like farming tool. The killer shattered their skulls. In a heart-wrenching detail, young Cäzilia had apparently torn out clumps of her own hair in agony. After the slaughter, the killer stacked their bodies in the barn and covered them with hay. The murderer then moved inside the house. 2-year-old Josef was killed in his crib, his head crushed. Maria, the new maid who had just started her job that very evening, was slain in her bed, her face left unrecognizable. The attack was swift, brutal, and chillingly precise. It was also silent enough that no neighbors heard a thing. But here, where the story takes an even more disturbing turn, the killer didn't just flee. They stayed on the farm for several days after the murders, eating the family's food and even tending to their livestock. The gruesome discovery wasn't made until 4 days later, on April 4th, when neighbors became suspicious about the family's absence. The Bavarian police were completely stunned. There were no clear fingerprints, and while a Mattock was later found in the attic, it couldn't be definitively linked to a suspect. The mystery of the one-way footprints baffled everyone. Witnesses reported seeing smoke rising from the chimney in the days after the murders, and a neighbor's dog would bark and refuse to go anywhere near the farm, as if it sensed something terrifying. Countless suspects were investigated. A spurned lover of Viktoria's, a neighbor with a grudge over land, even a wandering vagrant, but no evidence ever stuck. With no logical explanation, paranormal theories began to take root. Locals claimed the farm was haunted, citing the strange attic voices and a ghostly figure seen roaming the property at night. An official report from 1922 even noted that a local priest had refused to bless the farm, calling it a cursed place. Many believed a vengeful spirit, tied to the family's rumored sins, was the one who wielded the axe. Fast forward to today, and the Hinterkaifeck case has become a viral sensation on social media. True crime communities are obsessed, sharing grainy photos of a long-demolished farm and fiercely debating the ghost theory. A German podcast even uncovered a previously suppressed witness statement from 1922, which claimed a shadowy figure was seen fleeing into the woods, seeming to vanish mid-step. On TikTok, creators are recreating the chilling attic footsteps, gaining millions of views. While no new evidence has named a killer, the supernatural angle has made Hinterkaifeck a modern true crime obsession. The blood-soaked mystery of Hinterkaifeck endures a century-old nightmare with no closure. The Gruber family still deserves justice. Was there a killer a neighbor, a drifter, or something far more sinister? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If this story chilled you to the bone, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the unknown. Next time, we'll be trekking into the Pandemanian jungle to investigate the disappearance of Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon. Stay brave, and maybe lock your doors.